All right, let's dive right into this explainer. We're looking at the profound paradox of our modern age, how the glowing rectangles in our pockets, literally the very tools designed to connect us, might actually be deepening our isolation. It's this fascinating tension we all feel every single day, right in the palms of our hands. So we're going to break down exactly how this dynamic works and look really closely at both sides of the coin.
So we really have to ask ourselves this foundational question right off the bat, because honestly, the answer isn't just black or white. Technology has this incredible capacity to both relieve our loneliness and, surprisingly enough, intensify our isolation at the exact same time. The real question we need to figure out is, are we actually strengthening human connection, or are we just replacing it with simulation, distraction, and passive consumption?
Just pause and think about the irony of that for a second. We have these massive global communication networks operating at lightning speed, yet we are simultaneously experiencing unprecedented levels of social fragmentation and depression. It's basically the ultimate digital paradox. To truly wrap our heads around this, we need to look objectively at both the incredible benefits and the hidden costs of our digital lives. Section 1. How technology connects us. Let's start with the good stuff, the very real, very positive ways these digital tools bridge the gap between us, because it's absolutely crucial to acknowledge that tech isn't inherently bad. For someone in an isolated rural town, or maybe an elderly person with limited mobility, technology isn't just entertainment, it's a vital lifeline. Tools like video calls, online support groups, or even gaming communities become primary arteries for human connection. They allow friendships to form completely beyond the limitations of physical geography. And think about folks who are battling social anxiety, stigma, or discrimination. Finding a supportive digital community can be a massive first step towards self-acceptance. These spaces act like incubators, right? They provide emotional support, mentorship, and this shared collective identity. A lot of people actually find their voice and secure their sense of belonging online first, which then empowers them with the confidence they really need to thrive in the physical world. Section 2. Artificial versus authentic relationships. Here's where it gets kind of wild. As we introduce things like AI into the mix, the landscape is shifting from human-to-human connection to human-to-machine. Now, an AI system can effectively simulate empathy and provide genuine emotional relief. It can even prevent feelings of abandonment. But it completely lacks the vulnerability and sacrifice that you get in true human bonds. AI systems are increasingly being used for mental health support and daily companionship, sure. But we have to ask, is emotional relief the exact same thing as genuine human connection? An AI doesn't experience emotional dependence. It doesn't sacrifice for you. It simulates. It doesn't feel. And that's a huge distinction. Section 3. How technology isolates us. Okay, be honest. Have you ever racked up hundreds of likes on a post but still felt completely unseen? Social media often forces us to morph our relationships into these weird exercises in audience management. We project images, we seek validation, and we live these highly performative lifestyles. We appear hyper-connected to our followers, but we're often terrified of true emotional visibility. And the result? Usually it's superficial interaction and some pretty deep comparison anxiety. Then there's our total obsession with convenience. The drive for online shopping, streaming, AI assistance, food delivery, it slowly crowds out spontaneous community interactions. I mean, we don't even have to leave our homes to survive anymore. You can literally summon a burrito and a movie from your couch. But because of that, we no longer bump into our neighbors. We lose those communal third places, where intergenerational relationships and community rituals used to naturally thrive. And the algorithms, they're they're practically at war for our attention. This constant scrolling literally rewires our expectations. It makes slower, real-world human interactions feel, less stimulating. But here is the reality check. Real relationships require time. They require discomfort, compromise, and emotional endurance. When our brains are optimized for instant gratification by digital systems, we literally lose the patience required to build deep, enduring human bonds. Which brings us to the whole phenomenon of parasocial relationships. We've all felt it, right? Feeling like you're actual best friends with a podcaster or a vlogger you've never even met. It's a one-directional, highly curated illusion. It tricks our brains into feeling connected while allowing us to completely avoid all the heavy lifting, vulnerability, and reciprocity that an actual real-life friendship demands. Section 4. Connection versus digital substitution.
So where exactly do we draw the line between a tool that helps us and a tool that harms us? The synthesis of this whole paradox is right here. Technology is at its absolute healthiest when it facilitates real-world relationships, but it becomes really dangerous when it substitutes physical intimacy. Think about it. When you use an app to organize a neighborhood block party or to video chat a relative overseas, that is healthy facilitation. But when you stay home scrolling feeds instead of meeting up with a friend, commercializing your attention, and withdrawing from the physical world, that's dangerous substitution. The difference is subtle, but it's absolutely critical for our well-being.
Section 5. The real root of loneliness. Let's step back and look at the macro view for a second, because this isn't just a technological problem. It's honestly way too easy to just point a finger at our phones. The truth is, we're dealing with massive civilizational shifts here. Economic pressures, urban alienation, hyper-individualism. These forces were already pulling us apart. Our digital devices just offered this really easy, frictionless escape hatch from a physical world that was already losing its shared meaning and community structures. Technology often just acts as a mirror, amplifying the existing fractures rather than creating the isolation out of thin air. As we wrap up this explainer, there's one absolutely crucial takeaway. We have to remember that tech cannot automatically create trust or loyalty. Those things require real human effort, and we really risk losing sight of that difference. Technology can brilliantly help us find one another, but it cannot manufacture love or sacrifice. The supreme danger isn't simply screen time. It's the subtle, silent tragedy of confusing a text message with intimacy, a social media following with true belonging, and a strong Wi-Fi signal with genuine companionship. So I'm going to leave you with this final thought to really chew on. Take a hard look at your own digital habits today and ask yourself, is this tool currently a bridge to the people around me, or is it a wall I'm hiding behind? The choice between true connection and digital isolation is entirely in your hands. Thanks for joining this explainer, and as always, keep questioning the world in front of you.